I'm here with Statehouse reporter Brandon Smith. Brandon, thank you for being here.
Thanks to you, Joe.
So Indiana is just one of 5 states without hate crimes legislation. Of course, Governor Eric Holcomb is really pushing for this. Other legislators haven't been able to get it done. I'm guessing this is going to be a headline item at the Statehouse this year.
Yeah, without a doubt, that'll be one of the things that occupies the most attention, even if not the most time at the Statehouse this year. I'm personally not sure how it's going to go. As you mentioned, this has been tried in a serious way the last 3 sessions or so, and it's been getting progressively worse each time. They've made less progress each year. But as you also pointed out, the governor is throwing a lot of political capital behind this. So I'm still personally skeptical, but it certainly has the best chance it's ever had.
The troubled Department of Child Services has been underfunded for years. They're asking for more money. If they get that money, well, first of all, what are they asking for, and then what will they do with that?
Well, it's a big number. It's $286 million a year more than they got in the last budget. But it's also important to remember that that's not necessarily new money in a sense. That's the money that they've been spending for the last year or so. They got it over the last year or so in one-time money. So now lawmakers have to figure out how to do that on a more sustained basis. That is a lot of money. It'll go towards the things they've already been spending it on, which includes hiring a lot more caseworkers and staff attorneys, helping fund all of the things they need for the sort of explosion we've seen in children in the system. And then they've also been raising the salaries of all the existing DCS employees. So a lot of that money will go into is just a result of so many more kids that they have to deal with.
Medical and recreational marijuana is becoming more available across the country. Medical marijuana becoming more available in states surrounding Indiana. Do Indiana lawmakers plan to tackle this issue this year?
There are lawmakers on both sides of the aisle who will certainly offer bills and want to push for that this session. We know that already, but I really don't see it going anywhere, and that's because the governor has said absolutely not. Legislative leaders really aren't sold. The law enforcement community, the Indiana Chamber of Commerce have come out against that sort of thing. So it faces a really tough uphill battle. I don't see it happening this session. There will probably be some sort of debate around the issue, but it also feels like one of those things that they won't be able to hold off forever.
Now, lawmakers are also putting together a 2-year state budget that will take effect July 1st, correct?
Right.
So, we just talked about the Department of Child Services wanting more money. Everybody wants more money. How do lawmakers fund these initiatives, but yet still try to maintain a balanced budget?
That will be one of the more tricky things they have to deal with this particular session. And a big part of that is because of 2 things. One, DCS and that huge budget increase that they're looking for, as well as a significant increase in what they'll need for Medicaid funding. Those 2 things put together take up pretty much all of the new money that lawmakers expect to have per year in this new state budget, which leaves everything else wondering, where are we going to get our money? There's already discussions around taking DCS's number down a little bit. Republican legislative leaders have said maybe we'll ask if they really need all of that $286 million a year. They're also working with agencies to come up with more manageable budget numbers, but it's a crunch for them this year, and that's very much in process how they're going to deal with that.
All right, ready, set, go, huh?
Absolutely.
We're looking forward to your coverage this spring. Thank you very much, Brandon.
Thank you, Joe.